Hi. I'm making this video to announce that one of the video projects I wanted to make for this October, that being the Castlevania 4 After Quest hack, unfortunately I'm not gonna be able to post that gameplay video. The reasons are, because 1, the game is hard as balls, and sometimes it's hard because of cheap stuff, but I'll talk about that later. The other reason is simply because unlike most people, I don't really love Castlevania 4 that much. I don't really care much for the game. I'm not saying it's a bad game, I just don't enjoy it as much as other games in the series. So sadly, you're probably gonna have to wait for the next October if you want to see a playthrough of that hack, and even then, I'm not promising anything. I might be busy making Batman stuff instead. So yeah, that video just won't happen, and the reason I'm making this video is because I think that a lot of people would wanna see that. I will however, give you my take on this After Quest hack, which is essentially a harder third loop. Now, even when I don't enjoy Castlevania 4 that much, I do admit that I do enjoy playing the second loop with a slightly harder challenge. And that is the reason I decided to try out this After Quest hack, cause it sounds like something that you would love if you want a harder challenge. But, at least from my perspective, this hack is not as good as it could have ended up being, and of course, I'll explain why. One of the things that was changed in this hack is the way the cross weapon works. It was basically nerfed down, and I think I don't like that at all. The enemies seem to deal more damage as well. I just cannot tell you enough how much I hate it when games try to make things harder by not allowing the player to take a few punches. That feels like a cheap way of making things harder. The other thing I noticed is how you get power-ups, like the ×2 item, or a whip upgrade, when you already have them, and therefore you don't need them. Not to mention that the ×3 item doesn't exist in this hack. I don't mind that much, but I do mind the fact that this hack made it so it gives you stuff that is completely useless, and no, this doesn't happen in the original game. This is why I'm not sure if I like this hack, cause it has cheap and inconvenient stuff added. That is obviously not what you want when dealing with a hard challenge. This useless power-up item thing is just annoying, especially because big hearts are harder to find in this hack. Which brings us to the next problem with this hack. Some of the weapons use more heart ammo than before. If you don't starve for meat, cause this hack only has the small piece of meat, you're probably gonna starve for hearts instead. These inconveniences can be very annoying when you lose a life. And it obviously makes the cross weapon less useful, cause it was made weaker, and it costs more hearts to use. Sorry, but that feels like paying more for less. And I'm pretty sure that is something that nobody likes. If the creator of this hack end up watching this for any reason, then I would like to say this. I would appreciate if you remove these cheap ways to make the game harder, cause when I think about it, I'm pretty sure that if the developers of this game ever made a harder third loop, they would not include any of these things like making weapons weak, and make them cost more hearts, or make power-ups appear when you already have them. These things are not challenging. They are just an annoying inconvenience that, at least in my perspective, it ruins what it could have been a good hack. You can disagree if you want, but honestly, I'm tired of seeing hacks of this game that only hardcore expert Castlevania 4 players will find any kind of enjoyment out of. A minor annoyance is that this hack doesn't work with the Japanese version, which I prefer playing. And if I try to use a patch to uncensor the US ROM, then that doesn't work either, but again, that's a minor annoyance. But to summarize this, if you want to keep something, then I would suggest to keep the rule of only having the ×2 item, and the piece of meat being the only health item. But don't keep that if you wanna make the enemies hit hard, cause at least the way I see it, that's when it becomes an unbalanced annoyance, rather than a fair extra challenge. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. If I have to end on a positive note, then that will be that I will post a Castlevania 4 video, but it's going to be about playing Loop 2 while showcasing a color graphics hack for the game and custom music added.